Morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Once again, my name is Eric Miller, E-R-I-C, M-I-L-L-E-R. I'm the Chief of Police and Director of Public Safety for the City of Sheboygan Falls. This is in regards to the incident that occurred at Plank Trail Apartments on March 30th. Unfortunately, with a heavy heart and deep remorse, I do have to report that Oliver Hitchcock passed away yesterday at 2:55 in the afternoon. His family was by his side. We know that the staff from Sheboygan Falls First Responders, the police department, Orange Cross Ambulance, St. Nicholas Hospital, and Children's Hospital of Wisconsin did everything they could to save his life. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen. With that revelation, the referred charges to the DA's office will reflect one count of first-degree intentional homicide and one count of attempted homicide. The second count is something that came up in the investigative process. The Sheboygan County Sheriff's Department is the lead agency in that, so I cannot comment on what exactly the details are on that, but they will come out in a criminal complaint that should be coming out early this week coming up. We have been, since the night of the incident, in contact with the Sheboygan Falls School District since Oliver was a student there. Starting Monday morning, the school district will have extra staff and counselors on site for the students and anybody else that will need their help. We just encourage parents of the school district to talk with their kids and to just ensure their mental health. On behalf of the city of Sheboygan Falls, its employees, its residents, we grieve with the family. We offer our prayers and our condolences. This is something no family should ever have to go through. Just once again, I would like to thank everybody that was participating in this. We're doing a lot of work to ensure the mental health of our first responders. This is tough for them as well. I'd once again just like to thank their efforts on it. I'd like to thank the community for their outpouring of support over the last several days. And also like to thank the Sheboygan County Sheriff's Office for the work that they've done on this. Anna Lee Brennan from the Sheboygan Falls School District would like to make a quick statement. I'll do that, and then she'll do that, and I'll take some brief questions.
Hi, I'm Anna Lee Brennan. I'm on behalf of the School District of Sheboygan Falls. I'm the superintendent. We want to offer our condolences to the family. We want to offer our gratitude to the police department and the entire city and the work that they've done with us in the last few days. We have some tough days ahead for our families, our students, our staff. Our crisis team is mobilized and will be on site Monday and throughout the week. We're very fortunate to have close connections with our community districts in the county to offer additional support with their crisis trained personnel also. But our condolences to the family and thank you for the partnership with our community.
I'll take some quick questions. You have one, sir?
Yeah, Chief Miller, thanks for your time. You mentioned that other counts related to prior incident that you learned through an investigation. Does the mother have any other record that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, we don't have any in-house contact with her that I'm aware of. I'm not aware of any criminal history at this point.
Go ahead. You're good?
Go ahead.
Sorry. Was the other count against the child as well, or was this a different person?
It was within the household.
Do we know the name of the mother?
That I cannot release at this time. Once she's formally charged, then it can be made public.
Just for clarity, within the household doesn't necessarily mean it involved all of it.
Correct.
What would you say, sir?
Within the household doesn't necessarily mean it involved all of it, is what I
Yes,
asked.
yeah.
Father was present during the incidents, but I didn't hear anything where he stepped in to stop it. Is he still in your focus, or?
Detectives from the Sheboygan County Sheriff's Department interviewed him. I'm not privy to the information that was said at that time, but He is not considered a suspect. We are not looking at any other suspects.
And was there a motive for the assault at all?
I believe that the mom did talk to investigators from the county. As I've heard various things, anything I would to know now would be speculative, so that would be in the criminal complaint when it comes out.
Okay.
I don't want to give false information at this point.
And what were the injuries the boy suffered?
There will be an autopsy later on this week, but the initial response was, I can say, was due to a strangulation.
As far as the suspect injuries, it said that she was treated for injuries. What injuries did she have?
Those were self-inflicted injuries done with a weapon inside the house. There'll be more detail on that in the criminal complaint. I don't know exactly where those injuries were on her.
It wasn't a firearm, though.
It was not a firearm. I can confirm that.
You mentioned the resources available to school for students that are involved. Is there anything else in the community we need to know about, perhaps the department or some other service as far as members beyond that school, or Sheboygan Falls, who may need some help in regards to this?
Yes, we do have a very active clergy group in the city. I do urge residents to reach out to any clergy members that they have. If they are having troubles, they can call our department. We can point them in directions for help. On the law enforcement and first responder side, we do have a critical incident debrief with psychologists set up coming up early this week. There will be opportunities for them for one-on-one counseling, and working with the city, we also have one-on-one counseling available for any officer, first responder that needs to talk to somebody in private, which is all confidential.
Superintendent, what grade was Oliver in?
He was a second grade student.
What was the spelling of Oliver's last name, real quick?
It's Hitchcock. I believe it's Hitchcock.
Just wanted, I figured, I just wanted to.
Yep.
And then is he being kept on life support for organ harvesting at all?
I believe there were arrangements for that, not 100% positive.
We have one more question, man. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Annalie Bennin.
Oh, could you say that a little bit?
Sure. Sorry, Annalie Bennin, A-N-N-A-L-E-E, Bennin, B-E-N-N-I-N.
I was curious, how are you talking to students about this right now?
Right, age-appropriate conversations are really important. So our crisis team has actually been together this morning, and they're still gathering right now to put together the messaging and what that'll look like at every grade level, and then specific to classrooms that were more closely affected. But it'll look different for a 12th grader than it does for a second grader or a kindergartner. But every student will have some messaging from trained staff in our buildings and support within the buildings.
Thanks.
And that support will be open up to any student of any grade level too, no matter what's the 3 schools that it's in. Again, our hearts, our prayers, our thoughts are with Oliver and his family. This is something that our agency hopes to never go through again, and that no family should ever have to go through again. And on behalf of the city of Sheboygan Falls, we give the best wishes to the family. Thank you.